hi. Hello, everybody. Wait, let me turn my music down. It's too loud. It's too loud. As always, every time. One day I'll learn to turn it down before I switch thingy. One day. That day is not today. That day is not today. Hello, everybody. Hello. Hi, how you doing? Who is here? M0, hello. Good evening. Good evening to you too. Hello, Nerisavu. Hello. Hi, Glorp. What's a Glorp? Hello. Hello, Bob the Buildist and Potter. I hope you're both good. Thank you for the check-ins. Bob, you have a bean story. I would love to hear the bean story. What? Please share your bean-related story. The bean narrative. I must know. Let's see. Hello, Eric. Hi. 16 months subscription. Wild. That's such a long time. Thank you so much for the 16 months. I really appreciate it. You've literally been there since the beginning. Kind of wild. I can't remember if it was you or Basil who was my first subscriber, but I'm pretty sure it was one of you two. I hope you're doing good. Hello, Astro. Hi. Cooking my dinner, so I'll probably be lurking for a while. I hope you have a good cooking. Wait, no. I hope, wait. You know what I mean. I hope the cooking is successful. I hope it is successful. Yes. Hello, Hosmod. Hello, Hunter. Hello, Caslo Filatex. Welcome in. I got to say thank you for the follow as well. Welcome in. I hope you're good. Yes, hello, humans and humanoids. I'm probably in the latter, to be honest. I'm probably in the latter category. Hello, Orishiro. Hello. I hope you enjoy your lurk. Thank you for the lab safety register check-in. I hope you're doing good. Hello, Alex. Hi. How are you doing? I hope you're good. Hello, Myelin. Hello. My parent. Hello. Remember to dump your research credits into the karaoke. Honestly, I didn't even need to say any. I didn't even need to give any reminders. Like you're all just, you're like 2K off. Please no. Please don't make me do karaoke. Please. It was meant to be 2 weeks, not 2 days. honestly. Okay. Let's see. Good day. I agree. Hello. Is it Alexine or Alexane, or what is your preference? Please tell me how to say it. Can I call you Alex? Is that okay? I hope that is okay. Welcome in. I hope you're good. Hi, Bushy. Hello. Hello, Fi. It's so true. I know. It really is. Yeah, no, it's okay. There you go. It's happened. Okay. So, okay, we're doing karaoke. Okay, fine. It has concluded. It has indeed. I apologize in advance for what I'm about to. Well, we're not doing it now, but we will do it. I apologize in advance. Goodness gracious. Hello, Robert Brown. Hi, how are you doing? Hello, Zerkia. How are you? I hope everything's great. I'm just camping here for a bit before I get back to work and deliciously flagellating myself by eating extra spicy tofu snacks. Nice. I want some spicy tofu snacks. I'm a bit weird. Sometimes I just eat like silken tofu just straight out of the carton. So yeah, just as it is. What does that say about me? I don't know. Sometimes you just don't want to process like that you're eating something. Do you know what I mean? So you just eat the tofu out the carton. Can anyone else relate? Or is that just a me thing? I don't know. A PhD in conspiracy, how fancy. I know. Threatening. Let's see. The bean conspiracy. Oh, can you imagine? What if I'm actually just a plant? What if I'm just a plant by Big Bean? Who knows? Oh dear. Okay, so Friday, I was cooking some beans and then I stepped away for a moment and I forgot they were on the stove and they're about done, maybe 10 minutes left. But then my friend tells me to hop in game and I forgot about them on the stove for 5 hours. And when I get up, I see them and freak out. They were literally fine and delicious. And that's why beans are great. Right? Beans are so forgiving. They're so forgiving. They're not forgiving if you undercook them because you can poison yourself and die. But if you overcook them, they're very forgiving, which is good for me because I tend to overcook things. Yes. Let's see. No. Okay, yeah, no. We're doing the karaoke apparently. Okay. Hello, Duke Duckman. I hope you're good. Hi, Yanis Phoenix. How you doing? I hope you're well. Yes, we've done the karaoke. Second guess was correct. I forgot what I said. Alexane, I think. What that was it? Alexane. I've forgotten. I'm so sorry. I forgot which one I said first. Alexane like A or Alexane like I? Okay, cool. I know what I'm doing. I swear I can speak. I swear. Welcome in. I hope you're good. How are you doing? Let's see. Doing fine. I'm glad to hear it, Robert Brown. I'm glad to hear it. Thank God I still haven't reached Orashira uses remaining points. So true. I feel attacked. How is the pasta? Are you referring to the pasta yesterday or the pasta today? Because I had leftover pasta today and it was all right. It was pretty good. I'd give it, I mean, okay, it's just like a standard pasta recipe, you know? It's like the same one that we have pretty much every time. I'd give it a solid 8 out of 10. I'd say 8 out of 10. Yes. We need to start rating our meals. that can be one of the like one of the subscriber perks is that you get access to the Psydere and Husmod recipe book. Can you imagine? That'd be terrible. Passed an opportunity. Oh wait, you passed an opportunity to try something new. Shaking my head. True. I'm not gonna lie, that doesn't really work with my accent because I say pasta and then I say pass. So the pun doesn't work in my accent, which is very, very sad. If only I had a normal accent. I think northern people would say passed, as in you passed it, and also pasta. So it would have worked if I was northern, but unfortunately I am southern. So I am southern English. So sad. Extremely so sad. Yes. Eating bean al dente is nice. What? Bean al dente? I'm not convinced about that one, Chief. They're kind of sometimes they're poisonous. You might like paneer. I think that paneer would kill me. Wait, let me check. That's cheese, right? Wait. Paneer. It has potential to kill me. I don't know if I don't know. So if it was cow's milk, I would die. If it was buffalo milk, I don't know because I've never had buffalo milk. So I don't know whether I would die. I wonder if cow's milk allergies extend to other animals. I wonder if I'm allergic to more types of milk. I've had goat milk before and didn't die. But that was a very long time ago. Maybe I would die now. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I don't know anymore. Turns out La Chow is wheat and gluten, not tofu. I would feel deluded, but I'm too busy with how deliciously spicy this is. Huh. Oh, is it like seitan then? It must be seitan instead of tofu. I see. What is that? La Chow. What is that? I'm gonna Google it. Tofu snack. La Chow. Oh, I can't spell. There we go. Oh, I've had this before, I think. Or something like it. Yeah, I think I don't know if I've had this exact one before, but I've had something like it. It's good. I like it. I've had ones also that are like, instead of being long, it's like flat. Oh wait, no, there's some here that are like that. Yeah, so they're like squares or like not squares. They're kind of sometimes jaggedy instead of being actual squares, but I've had those before too. They're very good, I think. If it's the thing that I think it is. I can't remember. I don't know if we have that brand. Wait, what? Yeah, I have a cow's milk allergy, so the cheese would make me explode. That's my weakness, you know, that's the thing. The misinformation, I can fight that no problem. The second that the misinformation brings out a single slice of cheese, that's it, it's over. Oh no. Goodness gracious. Southern accents, I know, it's terrible. There's a point when they're cooked enough at the beginning. Okay, okay. I don't know. I kind of like it when they... actually, it varies depending on the beans, right? Some of them I prefer firmer. So like black beans, I prefer them firmer. But like other beans, sometimes they're nicer when they're soft. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Do not eat from here. Yeah. I learned that the hard way once. I learned that the hard way once. Yeah. Seitan, yeah. Hey, wait, let me type it. Let me type it. Like that. Seitan. Seitan. Yes. It's like wheat gluten, right? But you can make really good mock meats out of it. Very, very good. I like it. I like it. Yes. I'm partially floored by how well that you pronounce La Chow. It was pretty close. Was it? Oh, yeah. I'm horribly monolingual, so I'm just as flawed as you are. Oh gosh. Hi Stark J, how you doing? Have you eaten corn? I have eaten so much corn. That is yes, I've eaten many corns over my life. Yes. I'm a corn enjoyer. Hi Chirps, thank you for the lab safety register check-in. Thank you, thank you. I hope you're good. And hi Dog Rex, how are you doing? I hope you're good. Yeah, new profile picture. Yeah, new profile picture. Heck yeah. I wanted to, I don't know, the old one I've had literally since I started, like literally since, when did I start? Like November 2023 was when I started streaming. So I've had the same profile picture the whole time, and I realized it's not actually even like my model. It's just like a thing that I just kind of doodled out one day. And I was like, maybe I should put like an actual, you know, me rather than just some random thing. It wasn't even based on my like design. It was based on my previous design from when I was just using like a quickly 5-minute made V-Roid. So yeah. My boiling water is doing some funky wave stuff, but I'm going to assume it's fine. Have you unlocked some kind of portal to another dimension? That sounds threatening. That sounds threatening. A corn enjoyer, exactly. A corn. Is it corn or corn? I actually don't know. I never know. I feel like I should try and reach out to them and try and get a sponsorship one day. That would be like my ideal sponsorship would be Corn and Greg's. If I could wait, actually no, it would be Greg's. If I could find a way to shill the vegan sausage roll, I'd be like, yes. That's corn. That's corn. There you go. There's your evidence. It's made out of corn. I remember. Let's see. I think oh wait, I wonder which university you studied at. Is that shareable information? That is definitely not shareable information. No. No. Because yeah, the thing about doing a PhD is that like you're already pretty doxable just from your research area, if that makes sense. Like oftentimes there's not that many other people, you know, them like, well, okay, how can I explain this? So like there'll be a whole field of people, right? But the field of people that are currently actively doing research into it is like 200, like into your niche, basically. So yeah, no. I think I have one against Superbase at home, but tomorrow I need to check. I hope you have. Ow, I meant to do that. Can you even hear that when I do that now? Can you hear it when I can't see that getting picked up. Have I finally solved the problem of me bashing into things? Whoa. I'm a genius because I followed a single microphone tutorial. Incredible. I hope that you can fix it because, or you have fixed it, because I remember you've been saying you've been battling that for a while. Oh, you can hear it. Oh, okay. Never mind. Never mind. Oh gosh. Hi Bobo, how you doing? The smog is spreading from icon to icon. This is true, actually. This is very, very true. I can do very smug with this one, and I like that a lot. But I have to kind of focus because like the I've had basically the tracking software does not register my eyes as being big enough. So I had to set the like blinking thing to being like really, really like it's mostly just stays open, the eyes. I don't know if that makes any sense. It doesn't. Basically, my eyes appear to be smaller than the default. So I really struggled with it. I had to keep making changes with the parameters, but eventually I got there. But I can do a smog, but I have to focus when I'm doing it because otherwise my eyelids move around too much. Can anyone relate? And like when you're trying to just be like, and then your eyes just keep moving. Yeah. I don't want them to move, but they do it by themselves. Yes. Corn is pronounced basically like corn. It's not referring to a restaurant or food though. What? Well, yeah, that pronunciation would be, but I'm talking about corn with a Q. Yeah. We call seitan mianjin in Chinese. It literally means dough tendon. I love that. That's very, very accurate description, actually. My favorite story is that it was made in China because some Buddhist monks were freaking out about how to serve meat to an emperor, but the Buddhists only ate vegetarian food. Yeah, that's why there's such good like meat replacements, right? It's very, very good. I think some of the best ones come out of South and East Asia generally. Well, actually, no, I guess because in South Asia, they tend to just replace stuff with beans, which I think is a very good replacement personally. But East Asia tends to use more like meat replacements like tofu and seitan and stuff, and it's very, very good. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. There are dozens of us, basically every PhD researcher in their field. Yeah, legit, like even just saying what I research is low-key kind of risky, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I don't think I've been specific enough, you know? Yeah. Yeah, I'd have to turn the sensitivity all the way down. That's the word. Because like if I don't, then it thinks that I'm kind of like smug all the time, which is funny, but I can't be doing that, you know. Can't always be smug. We've got to save it for special occasions. Not an anime girl after all. I mean, I'm not an anime girl. Am I? Look at me. Do I look like an anime girl? Does this look like the face of an anime girl? No, this is a Western cartoon girl. I've accepted it. I've accepted it. And it struggles with glasses. Yeah, that too. Yeah, it's like the combination of smaller eyes and glasses, because I tested it with and without glasses and it made a bit of a difference, but not much. So yeah, I should do that. Adjust my model parameters. I can send you a tutorial if you want. I followed a very specific tutorial and it walked through like specifically how, because at first I tried to just do it and it was really difficult because it's like, it's doing the thing where it's like moving between points and then it moves between different points. And it was really difficult to work out how it transfers through. But then I watched a tutorial and then it was like, yeah, this is how you do it. And I was like, oh, that's what it means. And I can't remember what this person said, but they said something that put it into statistical terms. And then I was like, oh, I understand now. Yes, I'll try and find that if you want. Yes. Doing pretty good. Had fire stuff on in the lab and I've been having a discussion throughout the day, reminding me of being back in academia and talking with my colleagues. That's amazing. I love that. I love that. Yeah, you were just in time. I was saying how like Chinese food, very, very good, like meat replacements, like seitan and tofu. So good. Some of my favorite. Yes. Like we have pretty good ones. Do we have pretty good ones in Ireland now? A lot of the good ones in Ireland are actually imported from the UK or Germany, but I'll say that we've got good ones in Ireland now, but they're still not anywhere near as good because I think that like Western meat replacement products, I feel like they're trying too hard, right? They try too hard to replicate something specific and like it's never going to be exactly right. It's never going to be like, you know, lab grown meat, for example. It's always going to be qualitatively different. But I feel like East Asian meat alternatives, they kind of vaguely gesture towards it without being, but while still retaining their own unique quality, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes any sense. I'm probably just yapping. I'm yapping nonsense, but that's how they're differentiated to me. And I feel like I enjoy them more as like a thing in themselves versus like Western meat replacement products that are more like desperately trying to replace something specific, if that makes sense. I don't know. Yeah. Black bean burgers are A++. Veggie burgers are so sad. I know, right? But I must say, as somebody who grew up on veggie burgers, I kind of have like a soft spot for them. Like, I don't know if you know what I mean, but like, do you have one of those foods from your childhood and it's just objectively bad? You don't even enjoy eating it, but like sometimes you just got to have it as a comfort food. That's what veggie burgers are for me. Specifically the ones that are like mostly potato and then they've got like vegetables embedded inside of them. That. Those ones. Those ones. Bobo helped me a lot with checking my reading on that very interesting paper. Nice. Nice. I love that. We're making a V theorem little community. We check each other. So nice. I love it. That makes me genuinely very happy, actually. I find it best to consider it its own kind of ingredient. Yeah, exactly, right? Whereas like the Western ones, like I said, you know, like you can get like salmon replacement now. And it's like, that's so weirdly specific. Or like they will differentiate like chicken replacement and beef replacement and pork replacement. And obviously like there's reason for it, but none of them actually replace any of it. And on top of that, like, I don't know, it just feels like it just encourages people just swapping out stuff. And it's just not as enjoyable most of the time. There are exceptions. Some of them are better, to be honest. Some vegan alternatives I personally think are genuinely better. Maybe not in terms of taste, because sometimes they often taste kind of like, you know, like a bit artificial. But not now. I am really chatting nonsense because I haven't actually eaten meat in like 13 years, so I don't even know what it tastes like anymore. This is what I've been told, and also what I can vaguely remember, right? But like they kind of taste a bit artificial. So like chicken nuggets, super easy to replace as a vegetarian, right? But like chicken breast that you're going to use in things, significantly harder. I don't know. But that being said, a lot of the time, I actually really like the texture. That's a big thing for me, is that the texture is always consistent. When I was a kid, the thing that would freak me out the most about meat would be like, I would be eating something and then it would just have something chewy in it. And like the sudden change in texture would like really make me feel sick. So the fact that I never have to deal with that anymore is very good. Yes. I don't know how this has turned into a long-winded ramble about, you know, vegan meat replacements and stuff. That's a bit apparently that's what we're yapping about today. Why replicate when you can make something new and random? That's exactly my thinking, right? Like you can do so much with just vegetables and beans and stuff, and you could also make new stuff. I don't know, it's fun. It's fun. Just swapping stuff out, not fun. Not sometimes it's fun if you want something like nostalgic, I guess, but otherwise I'm not convinced. Apparently you can make meat replacements by hydrolyzing protein, coagulating it, and screw extruding it in the way that you would extrude polyethylene pellets. Well, it is hyper-processed after all. They're trying to sell veggies for meat prices with meat replacements. Legit, actually. Like, half the time it's literally just gluten, you know? Or like soybean. And it's like you are, like, soybean, most soybean in the world goes to feeding like farm animals, right? The farmers buy it for very, very cheap. Or it gets made into like vegan alternatives and marked up for a significant amount. Now, obviously that's partially just because there's lower demand. That's like probably the main reason for it. And obviously it undergoes a lot more processing, but it is kind of funny. I just like beans, honestly. I'd be happy mostly eating beans. I fell into a rabbit hole with Sauce Stash's meat replacement stuff. Ooh, what is that? I don't know if we have that here. The main brands here are like Quorn. We have Beyond. What else do we have? I forget. A bunch of Irish ones, obviously. But then saying that, like, they sell like tofu in like the supermarkets and stuff, so it's easy to make stuff regardless. Oh, is that a YouTube channel? Oh, nice. Noted, noted. When I have fasts, I stick to East Asian food because it has proper meatless meals. Yeah, right? I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I just eat very basic, probably very English food. I'm very happy with just like, no, actually, I'm not going to tell you all about my eating habits. We're not going to talk about that. You're going to bully me. You're going to bully me. Tofu inclusion in Asian cuisine is purposeful instead of a consolation prize. Exactly. And it makes it so much better. It's not just like making a meal and then going, oh, I guess I need to swap something out. Like it's actually thinking about it, you know? Hi, Martin. How you doing? Veggie burgers can be okay. Yeah, they are tasty and savory. They are. But it's more like nostalgia because there's just better ones. Like bean burgers are objectively better, to be honest. I don't know. Kind of ironically enjoy a veggie burger. See, this is what I mean though, is that sometimes they're okay, but like, I don't know. I've had so many depressing ones in my time that like, I can't really stomach them very well anymore. But on the flip side, I'm also like, they're super nostalgic because there was a period of time where it was like the only thing that I would ever be able to eat anywhere. It's just basically like a lump of mashed potato with some peas and corn and carrots mixed in, and then it's breaded and fried, and that would be like put in a bun. It was very depressing. There'd be no seasoning in it either, apart from some salt. So it was a little bit depressing. I'm not gonna lie. It was a little bit depressing, but it's fine. Because now it's just like nostalgic food. If anyone else is in the like, if anyone else is in the UK or Ireland, right? There's like Bird's Eye. This is a brand. I don't know if they have this anywhere else, but there's this brand called Bird's Eye, and they do these veggie fingers, and they are literally what I've just described, but instead of in a burger, it's in finger shapes. So it's like fish fingers. And yeah, it's literally just like mashed potato with some peas and bits of carrot in. And it's the same thing. It's like a little bit depressing because they're always really soggy. They don't even go crispy properly. But it's also very, very much comfort food because I want to say there was a solid 5 years of my life where that was the main thing that I was able to afford to buy because they were like £1 and everything else was like at least 5. Oh, that was the undergraduate meal, was those, and then like some plain pasta or something. Oh dear. Chinese food has a whole thing about vegetarian food because of the Buddhists and because certain ancient ceremonies require purification by eating vegetarian food for a week in preparation of a ritual. I see. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, it's just better, to be honest. It's just better. Like, you can tell more care gets put into it. Mapo tofu can be made without meat, but not without tofu. Exactly. Also, I love mapo tofu. I love it. It's like one of my favorite things ever. But also I can't eat too much of it because I struggle with it. But it's so good. McDonald's veggie burger was kind of disappointing. I think it was beet based. Yeah, they have one. Wait, I don't know if it's the same one, but the one that they have in Ireland is like a Beyond Meat patty, except thin. It's really thin. And it's weird because like McDonald's tastes artificial anyway, at least from what I remember. So it works kind of well because they both taste artificial. Oh no. No, it's fine. It's fine. Like, I'm very, very grateful to actually have options now. Like when I'm stuck at like, I don't know, if I'm stuck at like Dublin airport at 2 a.m, at least there's something I can eat now. Oh gosh, it's massive improvement from when I was a younger. From when I was a young one. Yes, from when I was younger. Yes. Also, hi, Exothermic Goblin. How are you? I hope you're good. Welcome in. Daya cheese is amazing, and I'm not even vegan. I've never had Daya. I don't think we have it here. We have like most of them are made by a UK brand called, what are they called? I think they're called, I want to say Butte Island, but they might have changed their name. But like historically, they were the ones that always made all of the vegan cheeses for all of the UK supermarkets. And then like, you know, like Ireland would just import it because that's what we tend to do. But that might be changing now, actually. There might be, I know that VioLife does it for some as well. VioLife is good, actually. I gotta say, VioLife has been around for a very, very long time. It's like a Greek one. It's like a Greek company. And I don't know if any of you knew this. I'm going to teach you a fun, interesting fact today. Some of you will probably know this, actually. Now I think about it, at least one of you, I think, will know this already. So there's actually, like, when people think of Europe, I guess people kind of vaguely say, like, oh, yes, Western Europe and Eastern Europe. A lot of the time, they don't really, like, think about what that means, right? But, like, a lot of what people would think of as, like, Eastern Europe or Southern Europe is, yeah, Greek, yes. But they follow, like, a different version of Christianity to, like, parts of Western Europe, right? So, like, obviously, traditionally, Europe was, like, a Christian continent, I guess, for the most part. And, yeah, there was a rift a very, very long time ago. And then, like, the Western parts moved to Catholicism, and then the Eastern parts stuck with Orthodoxy, right? So this means that there's actually two different, well, there's Protestantism as well, but you know, that was later. So like, but like they have different traditions, and that includes different ways of like doing Lent. So they do it at different times, but they also do different things. So in Western Europe, what's most common is basically people will just like eat fish, maybe, and then if they're from a Protestant country, they'll basically just choose one thing to give up, and it's always something really like boring. It's like, I give up chocolate, and it's like, okay, great. But like the Eastern parts, a lot of places, they still do like really like full-on fasting, and they basically just go vegan for the entire month of Lent. So like 40 days they will just go vegan. And I must tell you, it's one of my favorite times to go and visit any of those countries because it makes life so easy for me. The only thing that I can ever like find that's not vegan in food is honey, but like, to be honest, like, I don't does it keep this between us? Like, don't tell the hardcore vegans, but like if I'm traveling, I don't pay that much attention, you know, I just kind of survive. But if I'm not allergic to it, then okay, fine. Don't tell them. Yeah, so a lot of the times they'll have really, really good vegan options. And one of the things that was developed for Lent was this vegan cheese in Greece called VioLife. And it's one of my favorites. It's like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like really buttery. I don't know. It's it's like quite unique. Because like the others kind of taste like I actually don't know how to describe it. It tastes like plastic cheese, but in a good way. I don't know if that makes any sense.
Sentai_VT gifted a tier 1 sub to Myelin Achemon.
Thank you so much for the gifted sub, Sentai. What the heck? Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. To my model parent. My model parent. Thank you. In a good way, yeah. It tastes like plastic in a good way. I don't know how to describe it. Also, hi, Sentai. Sorry, I just realized I didn't even say hi to you. Hello. Sorry, I'm like really far behind on chat again because I got yapping about vegan cheese and orthodoxy. I apologize. I hope you're good. How are you? How are you? Are you partially vegan because of meat texture? No, well, kind of, I guess. It's a bunch of things. Basically, list out all of the reasons somebody could be vegan, and it's like all of them. It's like health, literally, because I'm allergic to cow's milk. There's like the ethics side of it too. There's like the environmental side of it too. There's like the the texture side of it. The taste, not a fan generally. Yeah, it's just a bit of everything, really. Just a bit of everything. Remember, chat, diagnosed autistic at 20. I think it was actually 21. That's even worse. I got like 45 out of 50 on the autism quotient scale. And it took that long. Yeah, it's true. I'm a bit sleepy. That's well, actually, no, that's not a mood for once. That's not a mood for once. For once, I'm actually feeling very, very hyperactive. I don't know why. I finished work today and I was just like, today I feel goofy. I feel silly. We're doing silly. We're doing goofy. Oh dear. I hate weird meat bits. I pretty much only eat ground meat for that reason. Yeah, right. Oh no. The chewy bits. Not a fan. Not a fan. Not a fan. Oh dear. My running theory about toddler pickiness is that they prefer homogenous foods because they're already trying to learn a whole complicated world, so they want simple things where they can get them. Right? That makes sense. That makes sense. I actually wonder if there's any developmental research into it. Not that I would know because I hate developmental psychology, so I know nothing about developmental psychology. I can barely even look up, like, understand adults. How am I meant to understand children? This is too much. This is too much. Oh gosh. My only bullying I do with food is making sure the people I care about are hitting all of their vitamins and macros while eating things they aren't allergic to. I have like I have supplements. I take supplements. I would like this to be acknowledged. I take supplements. I take omega-3 supplements. I take B12 supplements. In the winter I take D supplements, and I eat things that are fortified with iodine. Yes, I'm very careful, very careful. Let me tell you, when I was younger, I got a vitamin B12 deficiency. This was before I was even vegan, actually, because I just wasn't eating things because I didn't like the texture. So I was like subsisting entirely off porridge. And I literally, I wish I was joking, but I was actually just eating nothing but porridge and plain pasta for, I want to say, maybe 3 to 6 months while I was in high school. It was an experience. I got B12 deficiency because of it. And can't recommend. 0 out of 10. Would never do that again. Everything was wrong. Couldn't remember anything. Really, really bad memory. All of my school grades, like, were really bad during that time. My hands went tingly. Yeah, it wasn't good. It wasn't good. Do not recommend. Yeah, you can get really nasty nerve damage. You have to be really, really careful with it. Yeah. Omega, yeah. Omega freeze. There's not enough omega freeze in a vegan diet. You got to supplement them. Let's see. I found the Burger King plant-based burgers pretty good, just a bit pricey. Yeah, I like the chicken one. The chicken one's good. I've never had the other one because they like cook it on the same grill as the real burgers here. And I'm just kind of like, ugh. No thanks. No thanks. I'll probably get sick from it, to be honest. There comes a point where you've been like vegan or vegetarian for so long that I swear, like, something about your like digestion actually changes and you just get really, really sick. And like I can tell if there's been like cross-contamination on my food. I won't even realize it until afterwards, but like I get like I feel ill in a really unique way. I can tell what it is. So yeah, not good. Not good. Or it could be all in my head, who knows? But I felt like it maybe like at the most 10 times in the last like 10 years, and every time I went, it was like someone I knew who had cooked for me, and I went back to them and they were like, oh yeah, sorry, I did accidentally use the normal gravy. I can tell. Now I'm sick. One time I was eating mapo tofu from a Sichuan restaurant and it was really spicy. So I was on the verge of tears while eating it, and the waiter was like, you good, bro? And then you just see me holding back tears and saying, I'm fine, it's delicious. That's literally me every time I have it. But like Sichuan peppers are weird, right? Because they make your mouth feel numb. So it's like, but then there's also like normal chili in it too. So you end up feeling like in pain, but also I can't really feel the pain. It's a really odd sensation, but it's like also kind of addictive, I'm not gonna lie. Terrible. Terrible. Yeah. The weird thing to me is that the Christian West for over 1500 years had a 47-day period where all animal products were forbidden. So you'd think that we would have more non-meat foods. We used to, actually. We used to. If you look at like if you look at the way that people eat over time, like there's way more meat now. I mean, to be fair, you might already know that, but yeah. Instead, you have people coming up with mental gymnastics that fish isn't meat. Don't even get me started. I've had someone say that to me before. they were like, oh yeah, I'm a vegetarian. And then they were like, I'm going to have fish. And I was like, you know, that's an animal, right? And they were like, well, it doesn't have a nervous system, so it doesn't count. It doesn't have a nervous system, so it doesn't count. A fish. So yeah, I've heard that one before. I mean, a capybara is totally a fish, right? Oh dear. My priest said so. It must be true. There have been a few schisms. There have indeed. They have indeed. The Easters line up this year, do they? That's so fun. That makes me happy. A rare occurrence. I love that. Everyone can celebrate together. Well, not really celebrate because it's meant to be a time of mourning, isn't it? But you know. on what's the day? What's the day where he came back? I forget. I'm not very good at religious dates, to be honest. On the day that he comes back, we can all have a big party together. Yeah. And before that, we can all be sad together, I suppose. Hi, that's Steppy. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the follow. You've just signed a consent form, by the way. You have to take part in my research now. I hope you're ready for that. Apparently today we're talking about food preferences. So I guess we'll be researching your food preferences, maybe. I don't know. I don't know what we're doing. Oh gosh. If the bees didn't want us taking their honey, they'd just fly away. It's true. Why don't they just fly away? Why don't they just fly away? Oh gosh. Oh gosh. I found Violife's camembert to be more convincing butter substitute than a lot of vegan butter substitutes. They're actually really good, isn't it? It's surprisingly good. Do they charge cheese prices for the vegan cheese in Greece? I think it was about the same, yeah. I don't remember it being substantially more expensive than the other cheeses. I gotta say, like, one of my favorite things when I go traveling anywhere for like a conference or whatever is to just go to the local supermarket. And I gotta say, I was quite impressed with the Greek supermarket. It was one of my favorite ones, actually. I've got two favorite supermarkets. I can't remember the name of the one I went to in Greece, though, which is annoying. But they had a really, really good selection of stuff that I could eat. My other favorite one is in Poland. Yes. Hi, Bubster. How are you doing? Which parts of the chat will go into the discussion section? Honestly, at this rate, all of it. Like, well, we're not even making it past... We're not making it past the introduction. We're not even getting through the abstract today. We're not even opening the paper today. Oh gosh. Hi Shinsta, how are you? How are you? A goofy silly day is always a good day. It's so true, actually. Sometimes you just wake up and you're just like, today I want to be silly. I posted a silly meme on Twitter earlier and then people thought that I'd finished my PhD and I had to be like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I haven't had my exam yet. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to spread misinformation, I'm sorry. Oh dear. Scamdere, so true. Oh dear. Vegans need to go all in on mushrooms, kelp, and algae so we can create resources for food production in space. That's actually so true. There's so much overlap between the two, right? There's so much overlap. Why can't we? Why can't we have more interesting things like that? I love seaweed and I love mushrooms. So I wouldn't even be like opposed to it. I'm a big mushroom enjoyer. Food mushrooms. I only own food mushrooms. Yeah. What's your favorite species of edible mushroom? Safe for work answers only. I actually meant that seriously. I like the foraged ones. I like bollets and chicken of the woods. Oh, okay. Okay, that'll be my that's my removal of the say so. Okay. Moving on. Is this the misinformation hub? It is, Professor Dutchy. Welcome in. We're here to spread misinformation on the internet and then immediately correct it because we love debunking. How are you? I hope you're good. Being an imperfect vegan, especially under challenging circumstances when traveling, is better than just giving up. Exactly, right? It's better to try than to just not bother. That's my approach too. You need to be practical about it because this is why so many people give up, right? I've known so many people that like go vegan and then like they get really, really hardcore into it. Like they will be the most like they will be like the stereotype of the vegan, you know the one I mean. And then 2 years later, they're like, "Oh, sorry, everyone, I'm eating meat again." And it's like, it's because you weren't sustainable. You went in too hard. You need to just be practical. It's use your brain. Oh dear. Which European countries have you had the experience of visiting? That is a good question. Let me bring up my map of Europe. Where have I been? Map. Wait. List of Europe. List of European countries. No, that's the EU. That's not quite right. There we go. Okay. I have been to... Drumroll, please. This is very exciting. In alphabetical order, I've been to Cyprus, Denmark, France, Germany, Greece, Ireland, obviously. I've been to Luxembourg. I've been to the Netherlands. I've been to Poland. And Spain. And Switzerland. And obviously the United Kingdom. Yeah. I've been to a few. I've been very, very lucky because I've got to travel for work. So yeah, pretty much everywhere, I think, except 2 places out of those I've been to for work. So that's like the perk of being an academic, is that, well, at least an academic in Europe, is that you get to go to cool places. Kazakhstan is technically in Europe. Well, I've never left Europe though. Well, okay, I've never left like the bulk part of you. No. I've never been further east than Turkey. There you go. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I've been to a few. Don't ask me what my favorites were because I genuinely don't know. I think the great thing about Europe is that things are kind of like, they're quite different in every country. And genuinely, I think all of them have their perks, apart from... No, we're not making any French jokes. We're not making any French jokes. Oh, I really have to rein it in sometimes. It's just the natural English impulse to make jokes about the French. It's so bad. I'm gonna get in trouble one day. Oh no. But it's the French. The French get spared today. True. I gotta say, okay, what I will say is I'll say my favorite place in Europe for vegan food, right? So Germany was pretty good. Greece was pretty good in different ways. So Germany was pretty good for vegan food in terms of like junk food, okay? So this isn't horse beach. My music's changed and I don't know why. So Germany's very good for like yeah, for like junk food. So if you're after like the meat replacement stuff, they're really, really good for that. Like I would say that their sandwich meats, like their vegan sandwich meats and their vegan cheeses are the best in Europe. Greece is very, very good if you like your vegan food to be like more vegetable orientated. 10 out of 10, brilliant. That being said, the only thing that one-ups Greece for that, I would say, is Cyprus. Because Cyprus has all of the best parts of Greek food, but it also has all of the best parts of Turkish food, and it also has all of the best parts of, like, Caucasus food. So, like, is that the right word? Caucasus? Like, you know, like Georgia and Syria and down into, like, Lebanon and stuff. That general area. It has the best combination of all of those things. And I like all of those cuisines. So like Cyprus was very, very good. It has all of the best parts. But this is the weird part. My #1 favorite place for vegan food out of the whole of Europe was Poland. And whenever I say that, everyone's like, what are you talking about? Their food is like 92% meat. I can't explain it. There's like, it's just really big there. Veganism is really, really big there. And the food is really, really good. Yeah. So yeah. Potatoes. There was a lot of potatoes, yeah. I think honestly, the thing that did it for me personally was that I went to this vegan restaurant and they had like they had vegan versions of pierogi, but the ones with like potato and cheese in, and it was potato and tofu instead. And let me tell you, these were the best pierogi that I've ever had in my life. And I've had a lot of pierogi, so so yeah. 10 out of 10. It was so good. It was so good. So good. Oh. Georgia to Lebanon is a very broad and different area. Yeah, but this is the thing though, right? Cyprus has a lot of influences. So like, Cyprus is a weird place. So the context that you need around this is that for a long time, Cyprus had like a golden visa scheme. So Cyprus has passed between ownership. That's, you know, it's been colonized by pretty much everybody. So it's been colonized by the Greeks, it's been colonized by the Turkish, it's been colonized by the Brits. And then like it had a golden visa scheme, and then it had a lot of people from like Russia and Georgia and, you know, places like that, like former USSR countries, move there and like invest large amounts of money. So now there's a lot of like cultural food influences from there as well. Yeah. So I know it's a big, broad area, but like genuinely the place is influenced by a big, broad area. And then on top of that, there's like been an American presence there as well. So yeah, it's like a bit of everything really. But it's good. It's good. They have very good food there. Let's see. They're wonderful. You can make them out of pastry dough. Yeah, right? So good. So good. So good. Anything that you can just like make with your hand and eat, like buns and pastries and dumplings and stuff like that, all of them are very satisfying, I think. But yeah, these specific pierogi that I had in Poland were just 10 out of 10. Yeah. Yeah. So Georgia and then the Levant are separate areas that are both influenced. Yeah. So like the Caucasus area has influenced, and then the Levant area has also influenced, and then Turkey has also influenced, and Greece has also influenced, and Britain has also influenced. There's like 5 completely different places in terms of food have all had a massive impact. But it makes the food really, really interesting, you know? They've got some cool stuff out there. I can and will eat soy and tomato in spite of my allergy to them. You have a tomato allergy too? I don't have like an eating one. I have like a one on my skin one. I don't know. You know, like a contact allergy. I have a contact allergy to tomato. So I can eat it fine, but I can't touch it. It's really weird. Like the second that it touches my like my skin, just rashes everywhere for days. Terrible. Yours is eating? Oh no, I'm sorry. But then, I mean, if you can survive eating it regardless, it can't be too bad of an allergy, right? Because obviously they come in different strengths. That's not the right word. Intensities? Seriousness? Not sure what the right word is. My cow's milk one's not too bad. It's not like I will actually die. I joke and say that I will die if I have cheese, but yeah, I won't actually die. I won't actually die. Not really. I'll just be very, 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 very ill. Very, very, very ill. Oh dear. Hi, yo, welcome in. Can I ask what the title of your thesis is? You can, but I won't answer. I can't give you the title of my thesis because that would literally dox me. So no. But what I can tell you is that my research is vaguely about misinformation and conspiracy theories and people's attitudes towards science and why people believe such things. Yes. Yeah. So the title of the stream is low-key kind of true. Although I wasn't actually doing any research today, but you know, don't tell anyone I said that. Don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone. Contrapoint's just released a video on conspiracy theories, but I haven't gotten to watch it yet. You know what? I think that came up in my recommended earlier when I was just casually browsing, but like they're always so long. They're always like a full-on documentary. Yeah, 2 hours 40. No offense, but I'm not watching that. That's too long. That's too long. Yeah, I'm not. No, I'm sorry. It's too much. It's too much. Although maybe I will. Maybe I'll watch it on 2 times speed. Maybe. I've started doing that now. I watch things on 2 times speed because I need to watch them faster. I haven't got enough time. And then every now and then Husband will be like, what are you doing? That's so fast. How can you hear what they're saying? It's like I've trained myself. I've trained myself in the way of the 2 times speed. You wouldn't understand. I need to consume the content. Oh gosh. Oh dear. I'm silly. No, you're not silly. You're not silly. You're not silly. To be fair, I think a lot of people don't realize that like the title of a thesis for a PhD student is like, that is literally like your book. Like, I think most people don't realize that, to be fair. Or like they forget it, right? Because like you can ask like an undergrad or a master's student, what's your thesis? And it might not have been published anywhere, but like this is being published somewhere. So yeah. Psydere, so true. So true. I'm missing the lies to add dairy. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm always scared to watch videos on my specialty because they tend to make me frustrated. That's such a mood. That's such a mood. Sometimes they're good, and when they're good, I'm like, thank you. And then sometimes they're not good, and I'm like, please just stop. You're upsetting me. Please make it stop. What do you mean you haven't read this paper published in an obscure journal in 1997? Cry. I cry. I cry. At that point, I would read it as a blog post. Right? Right? I want to... I don't have time. There's too much content. Can't do it. Tristan Johnson covers conspiracy from a historic perspective. Ooh. His YouTube varies in length, but his collab as probably not aliens is faster. Okay, okay. Okay. Noted. The PhD title can literally dox you. Yeah, it's kind of wild, isn't it? It's kind of wild. I swear if I see that conspiracy pyramid one more time. Right? Wait, the conspiracy pyramid, the ones at the bottom like aren't even conspiracies, I swear. Wait. This is the not fun thing about research, right? Is that you look at a meme and you're like, actually that doesn't even meet the definition of a conspiracy theory. So oh dear. This one? Yeah, this one. Oh wait, the language industry conspiracy chart. That's a new one. Okay. That's not what I'm after. I'm after the normal one. I can't even find it. This is wild. Google is like suppressing it. They're just showing me like Illuminati pictures instead. I don't want that. Oh, there we go. Boston Globe. Why is it like, why is it 200 pixels? I want a big one so I can actually read it. What do I have to do? This one's 600. I still can't read it. Yeah, I literally can't. I can't look at this because it's too low resolution. It's so sad. It's so sad. What? Who? Okay, I give up. I give up. I give up. Hi, dude. What do you do? I hope you're good. Thank you for the lab safety register check-in. And also, hi, Ringo in all caps. Sorry, I did actually see that and I just didn't process. I was yapping too hard. Thank you for the lab safety register check-in as well. I hope you're good as well. Can't even imagine how many different conspiracies you've stumbled across while researching. I've come across some wacky ones. And like, sometimes I feel kind of cool though, because like I will find one and I'll be like, oh yeah, that's going to take off. And then next thing I know, like 3 years later, it's like mainstream news and I'm like, that's kind of what happened like multiple times to me now, is that I predicted the conspiracy that was going to get big. There was one actually recently. I won't say which one, actually. I won't say which one, but there's something that recently got covered in mainstream news. And I knew about this literally like in 2021. And I was like, wow, you've only just caught up on this? I already knew about that. I'm too powerful. I'm too powerful. There's definitely an all-seeing eye joke there, actually, isn't there? Hi, Woodsticks. How are you doing? How you doing? I hope you're good. The weirdest one I've seen was the Secret Space Program. Oh, that's not the weirdest one I've seen. I'll tell you about the weirdest one I've seen maybe one day. Not yet. I'm scared. I'm scared. Hydrate. Thank you, Astral. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I've actually drunk half of my water already because my throat kind of hurts today. So yeah, I've actually been drinking. Aren't I doing great? I'll have some more though. Flat Earth? No, that's easy. Everyone's heard of Flat Earth. This is one that was like, it's an impactful one, but yeah, it's problematic in specific circles, if that makes sense. But I discovered it before it was well, I didn't discover it, like I knew it was happening. Basically I knew it was happening and I knew it was going to turn into a thing TM, and yeah, it got reported on that it is a thing TM, and now I'm like, heh, yeah, it's a thing. But also, oh no, it's a thing. Hi, Theologist, how are you doing? How you doing? I hope you're good. And hello, Caesar. Hello, how are you? I hope you're good too. And also, hi, Jono Cyberpunk, how are you? What chaos was wrought? So much chaos. I've been spreading misinformation by accident today. That's what I've been doing. You can hear me. I might well do, because I think you will appreciate this one. Well, you won't appreciate it. You'll be like, oh dear Lord. You might have already heard about it actually, because you might have seen the news article. Yeah. Are you saying that the world isn't flat? I am sorry, it is not flat, it's a turtle. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, wait. Long-term diet shifts lead to adaptations in gut flora, and if you switch it, it can lead to a response, especially with veggie-based diet with large amounts of certain phytopolysaccharides and heavy fiber. That's so interesting. Okay, so I'm not making it up, basically. When I feel funky, when I'm poisoned, I'm not making it up. Okay, interesting. Yeah. Ironic Fiend. Turtle World, that's crazy. I know, right? Big Flat Earth don't want you to know the truth. A disc carried by 4 elephants on top of a turtle. Exactly. Myelin knows. The world is an ocean with a triangle and a massive rectangular block in the middle. True. I'm good. Just tired. Been up for 36 hours right on my last exam. No, Theologist. No, it's spreading. I'm so sorry. I hope I just pass it so you don't have to take it again. I really hope you did well. You've been studying really hard for it, so I'm sure you did great. But also, I can't believe okay. When I submitted my thesis, I was awake for 38 hours. Like, I couldn't sleep. I was just awake. I was on a lot of coffee. I couldn't sleep. I was anxious. The coffee also didn't help. Well, actually, no. I was anxious and couldn't sleep, and then I leaned into the coffee. I was like, I accept my fate. I'm not sleeping. And then I just had a lot of coffee. So on the one hand, I'm like, I'm glad it's not just me that does that. On the other hand, that is not healthy, and we should not be doing that. No. It's just the academic experience. It really is, isn't it? It really is. I wish it wasn't, but it is. It's so painful. Have you got to the point where you've started seeing bugs yet? That's what happened to me. I start seeing bugs when I'm really tired. When I'm like sleep deprived, I start seeing bugs. But they're friendly, so it's fine. Yeah. I was so over caffeinated that I was shaking earlier this morning. Oh, that's a mood. I've been there so many times. I'm so sorry. I'm sure you've done great. The world is just a big hamster wheel. There's a metaphor there, Runic Fiend. There is a metaphor there. Oh gosh. The religion has it as a triangle with a what? That's wild. I didn't know that. Also, hi Jigstraw. How you doing? How you doing? I don't know if that's worse, better or worse than downing a shot of Robitussin. What is that? I'm gonna have an important responsibility the next morning and I can't sleep. Yeah, I just accept it. I just lean into it. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I see. That's also probably not healthy. Yay, coping mechanisms. The thing is that normally I'm one of those people that normally just like falls asleep to the point where it's like unhinged. Like I will literally just pass out. Yeah, I would just sleep. I'd lie down and I'm just gone. So the fact that I couldn't sleep meant that something was seriously up. I was really, really anxious. This is very, very rare for me. I maybe have like 2 nights in a whole year like this. I'm a sleeper normally. So yeah, it was very odd for me. Have you asked? Have you asked the bugs if they're code bugs? They may well be. I wouldn't even be surprised. It seems like there's a lot of them around here. That makes me very happy. Do you start seeing bugs, or are the bugs attracted by the eepiness? I start seeing them because they're not there. Like I can tell that they're a hallucination because they don't like, when they crawl on me, they don't feel like anything, you know? So they're definitely like sleep deprivation hallucinations, but they're friendly. So, you know, there's no problem. They're not bothering me, you know? They're just vibing. I can never be up that long. Last time I tried just powering through a night, I probably just reached 27 to 28 hours. There was no way to stay awake. I just fell asleep where I sat. Yeah, to be fair, that's probably normal. I think, okay, right. This is my hot take. This is my hot take that I have no evidence for, but statistically, I feel like it makes sense. My hot take is that I think this whole thing of being told that everybody categorically needs 8 hours of sleep, or like 7 hours of sleep as you get a bit older, I think that's wrong. I'm not a sleep researcher. This is a massive, massive asterisk on this, but I think it's wrong. I think it's something that they just tell people to try and get people to have approximately the right amount of sleep. I think that actually the amount of sleep that we need is on like a normal distribution. And, you know, 8 hours is probably about the average, or like 7.5 or whatever. But I think there are people at the extreme ends that can genuinely function really, really well without that much sleep. And actually that much sleep might be actively detrimental. And likewise, I think that there are people that need significantly more than 8 hours of sleep. But every time I say this to any sleep researcher, they're like, what are you talking about? That's not how it works. So I don't know if I'm just making this up. This is my theory though. This is my theory. Sleep is overrated. 3 hours of sleep, take it or leave it. Genuinely though, I think my normal, I think I do feel best at about 7, but like I'm completely fine if I get 6.5, you know? In fact, I think most nights I get 6.5. So yeah, what's up with that? What's up with that? Husbando's even worse. He literally needs like 4 hours of sleep and then he's fine. He's wild. Like, I don't know how he does it. He's just built different. Hi, said Victor. Thank you for the lab safety register check-in. I hope you're good. I need a minimum of 9 hours, right? Okay, so this is, so far, my theory has not been disconfirmed. I'm just saying that, you know? I've not done any actual tests on it, but it's not been disconfirmed either, so of my sample size of like 20 anecdotes. Oh gosh. Yeah, a lot of stuff's on a normal distribution, so I can't see why sleep would be any different, you know? And it would also start to explain things like, you know, the people that have got like a circadian rhythm that extends beyond 24 hours or below 24 hours by a significant amount. It would make sense with that too. Like, it would make things add up. That's all I'm saying. Sleep interacts with the ECS and repair system and inflammation. I can put more deets in the Discord. That would be super interesting. I would love to hear more about that. I had a few weeks where I only slept for 4 hours, but twice a day, like 12 hours apart, and functioned normal otherwise. Yeah, I know loads of people that do that. Mostly in like hot countries where like they sleep for a chunk like in the middle of the day and then they sleep again at night. Yeah, it's my conspiracy theory, exactly. Big Sleep don't want us to know this true fact. 8 hours is probably the average safest recommendation. I don't know, because every time that I've spoken to like a medical doctor about it, they're like, no, this is a hard fact. And I'm like, I'm not sure it is, mate. But okay. What do I know? I'm just a silly little guy, you know? I'm just a silly little guy. Sleep levels are different depending on various demographic thingy. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know sleep varies. I knew that it varies by age. That I did know. But I didn't know it varies by other demographics too. That's super interesting. Haven't slept a full 8 hours since Christmas. That's such a mood. You will get through it though. You will get through it. I didn't start sleeping properly like every single night, honestly, until after I'd submitted. And I may well drift back into bad sleeping habits again when it comes up to my defense. But, you know, needs must. Sometimes you just don't have enough hours in the day. Oh dear. I need either I need between 3 and 12. It varies randomly. That's so interesting. Yeah, I think I'm the same. Like I need a slightly different amount depending on the day, but like some days I wake up after 6.5 hours of sleep and I'm like, I'm ready to go. I'm so ready. I'm so ready. I feel good. I'm excited. And then other days I wake up and I'm like, functioning. You know? Oh gosh. There have been some people through history that famously only slept like 4 hours a night, right? Yeah. There's loads of examples of it. And there's also loads of examples of people that need to sleep a lot more. So, yeah. Some people are not meant to have a normal sleep schedule when they wake up early and come back during the night. Some people are built for the opposite. Yeah, that also wouldn't surprise me if that's just like a natural variation. Because like there's so much variation in so many parts of people's biology and neurology that I can't see why that wouldn't vary. Like even if we're broadly you know, what's the word, like a daytime dwelling species, I'm sure that there's also some people that are just nocturnal just because that's how they're built. Like there's always an exception to a rule, you know. In college I did 2 to 4 hours of sleep. Not the best idea. How did you survive? I couldn't do that every day. I can do it like occasionally for maybe a week tops if I really, really need to, but most of the time I don't. Not built different, I'm built incorrectly. That's such a mood. That's such a mood. I should be able to find sources to prove that your hypothesis is, I think, correct. I remember reading something like that. If you can find it, I would love to have the reference because I would like to read about this. Like, it's something that's just bothered me ever since I first learned in my biological psychology class, like we have circadian rhythms, but people need 8 hours of sleep. And I was like, how are you telling me that we've got rhythms that vary throughout the day and yet everybody needs the same amount of sleep? That's annoying. Stop it. Maybe I was just taught wrong. Who knows? Who knows? I have too little sleep with like 6 to 7 hours and I function, but I'm too tired over the day, so I get nothing done. And then I get motivated in the evening and do stuff in the evening because I get nothing done earlier. Oh my gosh, I feel that so much. I feel that so much. I'm kind of the same. I'm like really, really awake first thing in the morning. And then like for a big chunk of the day, I'm kind of sleepy and I can't focus very well. And then like evening, I wake up again. It's really annoying. I would say like, yeah. I mean, we've started waking up a lot earlier now. And it's just working a lot better because like before I was waking up at like, I don't know, say 8. And then I'd be functional like 8 until 11 and then I'd get tired. And now I wake up at 6 and now I'm functional 6 till 11 and then I get tired. It's like the same time. It's weird. It works though. I'm getting stuff done. That's good. I would say that living above the Arctic Circle, where you go from extremes of no sun to 24 hours of sun, ruins your sleep. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, actually. It seems very, very intense to do that. Honestly, I feel like I could just about cope with the constant darkness because Ireland's kind of like that too in the winter. Not because like the sun goes down necessarily, but just because we don't have any, we have bad weather all the time. So it's like, it's daytime. The sun should be up in the middle of the day. And yet, it's like twilight at best. Oh gosh. Oh dear. But yeah, I feel like I've got used to that, but like constant sun, that would. I know that blackout curtains are a thing, but they're never enough. I can always smell it, you know. I can smell the sun coming through. I can feel it. I can sense it in my pituitary gland. Oh gosh. Doesn't require caloric intake change with age too. I actually don't know. I have no idea. I don't really know anything about nutrition. Full stop. I'm not a nutrition orientated person. I've read exactly like 2 nutrition books, and both of them were very specifically about like what vegans need to do. So yeah. Oh. There was an interesting case of an old lady that slept something like 30 minutes out of 30 minutes to an hour every 30-ish hours. What? That is wild. That's what I mean though, is that there must be such a range of like natural human variation. There's always going to be people that are like on the extremes like that. Yeah. That's just how distributions work. Thank you for the follow, Crazy Spartan. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. You've just signed the informed consent form, so you gotta take part in some research now, by the way. I hope you're ready. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. There's a guy in Vietnam that claims he hasn't slept at all in 60 years. Nah, there's no way. There's no way. There's no way. The longest anyone's kept up with him is apparently 4 days. Well, then they need to do shifts, don't they? They need to do shifts to observe him. Yeah. A Norwegian municipality tried to solve the time issue. They applied to the European Union to try and get approval for a 26-hour system. How would that work? That doesn't... I can't naturally understand how that would work. Huh. Although actually, if I remember correctly, I think people's circadian rhythms are actually slightly longer than 24 hours on average. It's like 25 point something. So maybe they were trying to align it with people's natural circadian rhythms during the winter. In which case, that would be pretty interesting. Although actually, if they were just doing all through the year. Yeah, no, that'd still be pretty interesting. I have no regular sleep schedule. It depends on when I want to start working on projects. Some days it's 4 a.m, other times 6 p.m. That's interesting. See, I'm very routine orientated. So there's like set days and set times that I do things. The exception, actually, weirdly, is streaming. I just do this whenever I feel like it. Oh dear. It's actually speculated that in the old days, that people did sleep in 2 bursts and being awake a few hours in the middle, but unfortunately no one thought to write down how they sleep. Yeah, I do wonder how much of it is like constrained by just like social norms at this point. It's kind of interesting. You ready? Excellent. Excellent. Bring out the chairs. The only research study that I've ever done in a lab involved chairs. I didn't get to do any other actual lab studies because of the pandemic. So sad. I've missed my chance. I never get to test people in the lab. Are the chairs electric? No, they were just normal chairs. They were just normal chairs. I read that humans, like most other animals, are biphasic animals, and the single sleep is an innovation of the Industrial Revolution. In older poems, there was references to the second sleep. Honestly, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it's like a cultural constraint. That's very, very interesting if it is, though. Yeah. Because, I don't know. I think I kind of prefer the big sleep, though. I kind of like being awake for a long period of time because I can get stuff done and then I feel like I'm productive. So I would think I would actually prefer it. Yeah. Never get to test people in the lab. That's why we're here. Exactly. Exactly. I never got to test people in the lab, so now all of you are my you're all the surrogate. Is that the right word? You have to take part instead because you can't say no. You've already signed up. You've already signed the thing. You have to do it. Usually people say big sleep to refer to death. I'm not referring to death. I just mean there's a biphasic sleep or there's big sleep, you know? Which one do you want? I like long sleep. I mean, I like single sleep. I'm struggling. We're lab rats, exactly. Speaking of lab rats, actually, that's just reminded me. I don't know if any of you saw. Maybe you did. But wait, and let me spell. I can't spell. Wait. I can do this. There we go. Tiny Toxic Tofu is now a Twitch ambassador. If you don't follow Tiny Toxic Tofu, you absolutely should. She does really, really good science communication content. She does like physics stuff. So she's got a PhD in physics. I believe in batteries. She did something about batteries. I feel bad. I don't remember the specifics. But yeah, and she calls her viewers the lab rat. But yeah, she's a Twitch ambassador now, which is really exciting, which means that there's now 2 science communication Twitch ambassadors, I believe. There's her and then there's Science, and that makes me so happy. I'm really, really excited about that. Tofu is absolutely lovely. 10 out of 10, highly recommend. So nice. Also, she invited me, this was a while back actually, but she invited me on her stream like ages ago. Might have been even like a year ago now. I don't even remember. I think it was almost a year ago now actually, because I think it was around St. Patrick's Day. Because we were both like, I think she was like, oh yeah, I'm off work or something for St. Patrick's Day. And then I was like, me too. And then we were like, wait, we're both in Ireland. That's wild. Although it's kind of obvious that she's in Ireland because she actually sounds Irish. Oh gosh. Let me try and find this Tofu Tech Talk because I think I did a very bad job of promoting it at the time, but I literally went onto her stream and just talked about conspiracy theories and stuff. So it was very standard for me, you know. But yeah, I think we talked a little bit maybe about oh gosh, that is my old model. Wow. Yeah, it was like a year ago. Gosh, that's gone so quickly. That's wild. There you go. There's the link. It's an hour and a half, so be prepared for that. You can watch it on 2 times speed. But yeah, that's my old model. That's my old model. That's a throwback. That's a throwback. 5 times speed exactly. That is a throwback. But yeah, I went on and I talked about conspiracy theories and stuff. Yeah, and it was fun. Go check it out if you haven't already. Awkwardly promoting something an entire year after it happened. Goodness gracious. Let's see. Hi, struggling. I'm Hunter. Okay. Hi, Leadpool Raisin. How you doing? RTX off? Yeah. This is how. Look. This is me now. This is me now. I'm not high definition anymore. I am very 2D now. Although it's funny you say that because this is like NVIDIA face tracking, so it's actually it is actually RTX face tracking. Oh, the irony. You look like an Adventure Time character. Yeah, that's the whole point. This is my Adventure Time model. Look, wait. I've got the hat. Wait. Yeah, look at me. I've got the hat. Do we keep the hat on now? Do we like the hat? How do we feel about the hat? Are we feeling like the hat today? RTX oven, exactly. RTX VTuber. I like the hat. Okay, we're keeping the hat. Got it. The hat can indeed stay. I like my hat. It's a good hat. Hi, Can't believe it. I've got toggles. Wild. You know, when I was using VC Face, in order to take my coat off, I would have to go and like actually just physically swap my model. And now I can just press a button and my coat comes off and my hat comes off. And I'm like, I can just zoom out easily and just stand here. I can zoom in and just be threatening. Hi, how are you? It's so much better. It's so much better. As much as I love the VRoid model, yeah. This is fun. I feel like I can have fun and be expressive in a way that I just couldn't with the VRoid model, you know? Probably as a result of my own inability to model things, but you know. It's fine. I'm so glad you did such a good job on it, Myelin. I'm gonna keep saying it. You did such a good job on this model. I'm so impressed that you made. Did you all know? Did you all know? Myelin made this model in 6 hours. How? What is the secret? Provide me 3% of your talent. Infinite power. I know, right? I keep saying this. I keep saying this. Myelin's too powerful. We need to nerf them. They're too much. What does Twitch ambassador mean? So basically it's like you get a you basically become like one of the faces of Twitch. I don't know how to describe it. Like they will like heavily promote you, but in return you kind of act like a bridge between the community and you know, the like Twitch, as in the actual platform, like the staff. So yeah, it's cool that there's like two educational creators at least now. Well, two science communication streamers are now or accounts, I guess, because science is technically like, I was gonna say science is technically 2 people, but actually science is technically 3 people, because it's like there's Balint, who's the main guy that I always see on there. Every time I raid in, it's always Balint, but I know that I think it's his partner is also streaming with him, but I somehow always miss them. And then there's also their kid, who definitely counts. So it's technically a 3-person team. But yeah, so they are one of the Twitch ambassadors, and then yeah, Tofu's the new one, and yeah, it's just exciting because that's having like proper formal recognition by Twitch means that they're starting to acknowledge that the platform is being used to build science communication communities, and that is very, very exciting because it is like both in terms of like VTubing and in terms of like facecam streaming, it's like it's growing. There's more and more people doing it. So the fact that there's now not 1 but 2 people recognized by Twitch and working with Twitch who do science communication on Twitch is very, very exciting. It's very exciting. Yeah. They can hear us. They will listen to us. They will listen to us. Apparently you can go up to 4 times if you have YouTube Premium. Yeah, I can confirm. It's like a beta feature though. They're testing it at the minute. Yeah, you can go up to 4 at the minute. But they're getting rid of it, but I think they're considering rolling it out properly. I must say 4 times is too much. It's too much. For me, my prime, if I'm trying to watch something really, really quickly, like when I'm editing, my ideal is 2.5. Yeah. What about a full model visible stream? I mean, I can do that at some point. I always wondered, like, we literally have the whole model. Why do more people not just, like, show the whole model? I've always wondered it. Because I like the whole model. The little jiggle on the coat, very satisfying. That makes me happy. But also it's kind of satisfying to be, like, you know, kind of threatening. Oh, dear. Oh dear, oh dear. We need times 20. That's definitely too much. That's like, I can't even process what's happening. It'd be like that one meme. Oh, I've just remembered. Oh, core memory unlocked. Core memory unlocked. So when I was at university, I was part of like a student society, right? And we put on this event. It was a showing of the Bee movie, and we were doing it to raise money for charity. So it was like, you turn up, you know, you pay like a bit of money, you get to watch the Bee movie in a group of friends. It's fun, it's cool, we give you snacks. It's very good. 10 out of 10. Nobody wanted to watch the Bee movie. So the whole committee was there though. So we were like, what do we do? We have to watch the Bee movie. Like, we need to do it for closure purposes, right? So what we did was we put on that meme that it's like the Bee movie, except every time they say, what is it? Every time they say bee, it gets faster? Something like that. We put on that meme, and then we finished the movie in like 5 minutes. And then, yeah. And then we went to the pub because, you know, we were in England. That's what happens. The student society in England, shock horror, we went to the pub. Yeah, it was very good. I didn't go to the pub though, to be honest. I went home because I was like, I've watched the Bee movie. That was what I wanted to do. I'm happy. Oh dear. I quite like the V-Roid as well though. I like it too. But it's, I don't know, it's technically there are really serious limitations with it, and then also there's like things wrong with the design. Like, you can tell that I made it and that I'm not an artist, you know? If that makes sense. It could be improved in a multitude of ways. Oh dear. And the tracking on it is particularly it's not very expressive, you know? Like, I can't really get across how I'm feeling very well. Whereas this one, I feel like I can a lot better. Yeah. Rather than just like passively, like just half kind of smiling the whole time. Like, now I actually have emotions. Wild. I've been working on my model for 5 years now. That's wild. Version 6. That's so impressive. Just keep iterating it. It will be perfect. This is me wild nerfed. That's terrifying. That's actually scary. Oh, what would you... Myelin Blanco. What would it look like? What would it look like? Goodness gracious. I wasn't aware of there being anyone talking about science on Twitch until recently. Yeah, right? It's like, it's actually a pretty big, it's a pretty big community now, I think. Not like massive, you know, it's obviously never going to be at the scale of like League of Legends streamers or VTubers full stop or whatever. But like, there's now a pretty sizable community of like educational streamers. And it's not just science, like there's people doing other stuff too. There's people doing art education, like EG. There's people doing, oh, hi Tayu, hello. There's people doing mental health education like Tayu. Yeah, there's like loads of stuff happening. It's really, really cool, like watching all of the different types of education like just keep growing. I don't know, it's exciting. It's exciting. And yeah, like beyond VTubers, there's obviously also a massive community of people who are streaming educational content. So yeah, there's quite a lot now. There's quite a lot. Stephen Wolfram has been streaming on here for years, right? Yeah, once we raided him as a meme, and then like obviously it's like pre-recorded, let's be honest. There was like no acknowledgement, and then like literally 10 minutes later it was like, okay, anyway, it's been great talking, bye. It's definitely pre-recorded. If it's not pre-recorded, I'll be really, really surprised. Hi Laura Liv, hi. Yeah, Adventure Time is an Adventure Time model. I love it so much. I love it so much. Most of the rigging goes into the face. That's very true. That's very true. I mean, that's the most important bit, right? Whereas like V-Roid, it's kind of like the mesh is just all over the whole body. So yeah. Full model is for hand tracking versions. Oh, that sounds fun though. See, that's the thing that would make me interested in 3D again, would be hand tracking. That sounds fun. But also I don't really do anything that would need hand tracking actually, so maybe not. I think that the full model not being shown is a screen real estate issue. Don't have enough screen space and they have to prioritize things. Yeah, right? I mean, it's fine for me because like I just sit here and yap most of the time, so I could show my full model if I want to. Yeah. Hi, Sork. Hi. We need AI to make the sound in videos less deep fried when you speed them up. Honestly, that would actually, yeah, that would be a useful tool for AI, actually. I would be in favor of this. According to all known laws of aviation, there is no way that a bee should be able to fly. Its wings are too small to get its fat little body off the ground. The bee, of course, flies anyway, because bees don't care what humans think is impossible. Oh gosh. The pub, yeah. Every uni in the UK has a pub on campus. Yeah, true. Actually true. Multiple often. Oh gosh. I need to watch the Bee movie at 0.25 times speed because I need the experience every bit of its glory. That's so true. That's so true. I've not seen it in so long. I want to watch it again. Mine had a pub and 2 nightclubs. That sounds about right. That sounds about right. Oh gosh. The best thing about having like okay, this is like the big debate, right? The big debate about like city-based campus versus campus-based campus. That didn't make any sense. City-based universities versus campus-based universities. Yes, that's what I was trying to say. Because like if you're based in the city, obviously you have to walk a lot further between your classes. But the trade-off is that you have easy access to all of the town amenities, including the pubs. Whereas if you're on campus, you're limited to what they've bothered to build in the Students' Union. I wish I could probably capture the experience of coming into this science stream just to have... So at the end, we had to watch the Bee movie. Who said this is a science stream? This was never a science stream. I just came here to yap. I'm in a silly mood. So yeah. Aren't you doing mental health education? Not really. I wouldn't consider myself that. I actively try not to, actually. I would say I do a bit of neurodivergence education, I guess. But more I'm trying to just stick with the science that I know. Yeah. Neurodivergence education, I do it. But like, to be fair, I have research experience and clinical experience and lived experience. So I don't feel weird about doing it. Anything else, like actual like mental health, because obviously neurodivergence and mental health are different. You know, you can be neurodivergent and not have any mental health problems. You can also be neurodivergent and have mental health problems. Like one doesn't require the other. There's a bit more of a correlation, but they don't require each other. Like me, I'm neurodivergent and I am perfectly mentally healthy. Thank you very much. I'm very happy with my life. So yes. So I don't even have anxiety, probably to the point where it's a problem, actually. But no, I'm actually good. I'm actually good. So yeah, the two things don't require each other. So, but like things like, you know, like depression or psychosis, yeah, mood disorders, anxiety, things like that. I wouldn't feel comfortable talking about them unless I was with somebody who was more qualified than me in clinical psychology, which is not hard. I'm not qualified. You know, I've got bachelor's education level. I wouldn't feel comfortable talking about it. Or lived experience. That's also fine. Because I think lived experience is also very, very important. And I have enough like research and clinical experience that I can look stuff up, you know. I can look stuff up if I need to. So I can potentially be helpful. But providing like a slightly different perspective from the people who have lived experience. That's how I feel. I don't know. Yeah. Is there anyone doing marine or ocean education on Twitch? I think there's someone called Shark Geek, if I remember correctly. Let me just double check. I'm checking. Scuba diver and shark nerd. So, okay, so they're not like a qualified like marine biologist or whatever, but they do regular marine biology streams. It looks like they're a certified scuba diver who is just very, very passionate about sharks, which is relatable, to be honest. Although I'm more of a cetaceans enjoyer myself. So yeah, I've never like managed to catch any of the streams, so I can't speak for the quality or anything. I don't know this person. I'm just vaguely aware of them. Yeah. There you go. That's them. Feel free to report back. Feel free to report back. Yeah, there is Octopus Lady. Yes. I don't know Octopus Lady, but I believe I might know Octopus Lady. But yeah, I don't really know like YouTubers. I don't really know YouTubers. I only really know Twitch people and then like the YouTubers who are in VTuber. Yeah. AI to make it more deep fried. That would be very funny, actually. That would be very, very funny. I always hated that quote. The so-called laws of aviation are actually approximately assuming you're a plane. If you use full aerodynamic laws, then the beef can fly just fine, right? But it's funny. It's a funny copy pasta. Sometimes the copy pastas are funnier when they're wrong though, right? Generation 2 of V Theorem could easily adopt like 6 or more new talents. There are so many appearing in the space, right? There's so many people doing so much cool science stuff now. It makes me really, really happy. It makes me really, really happy. I personally know enough people to fill out an entire generation of V Theorem. It's very exciting. It's very exciting. The uni can't just buy surrounding properties. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they do. It kind of varies though. It's true. You would fill out the spreadsheet if it was a science stream. Dangerously terrorate. Oh gosh. I am perfectly mental, though it may just be the workload. That's just an average PhD experience, to be honest. Oh gosh. You can probably read the papers. I can, yeah, I can. That's very true. Most autism symptoms are also trauma symptoms. So to the point that some says that we don't know an untraumatized autistic. I don't feel traumatized. I feel pretty happy. If you'd have asked me like 10 years ago, I would have said I was traumatized, but now I think I'm not, you know? The most knowledgeable people I've met in marine science aren't academically trained. That doesn't surprise me, actually. There's lots of really, really good citizen science going on in marine biology, right? I need to find more historian VTubers or content creators. There's an insane amount of nuance that I can't find succinct and focused information on. In terms of VTubers, there's Cleo Isa. I think probably you might have already heard of Cleo though. Cleo sometimes does history lectures, but mostly does like what's the word? Like thinking strategy games. That's the word. Strategy games. But there's also Almantis. Almantis is a retired sociology. Oh gosh, I can't find. There we go. He's a retired sociology professor. But he also does sometimes history streams. Oh, he's doing calligraphy at the minute. We love that. His calligraphy streams are so nice. You know what? Actually, I was going to shout him out, but I'm not going to lie to you. I might just raid him because he's doing a subathon at the minute and we love supporting subathon, you know. Wait, is he doing a subathon still? Or is it ended? Maybe it's ended. Maybe it was... Oh, maybe it's ended. I don't know. Maybe it's ended. He's doing calligraphy though, so that's cute. But yeah, he does some really, really cool history lectures. Really, really enjoy them. Really enjoy them. Not a VTuber and not a streamer, but there's this YouTube channel explaining maths with anime characters. Cool stuff, and surely a useful way to learn for some. It's called Zundermann's theorem. That's so cool. I love that. I might look that up myself because I want to learn more about maths. I just can't I can't do maths. I've not done it in, it's not that I can't do it, I can do maths, I've just not done it in ages. So yeah. Hi, Lucky Luna. Yeah, big ears. Well, actually no, because it's a hat. Look, I'm a human. Look, see, you've seen the proof now. I'm a human. I'm a human. Cleo is an important character in Ancient V theorem lore. This is very, very true. Both Cleo and Mako, actually, both of them are important figures in Ancient V theorem lore. Oh dear. Cleo's community is way too interesting for my baby brain. Yeah, that's very relatable, to be honest. That's very, very relatable. But I enjoyed the history lectures. I always tune into the history lectures. Yeah. The rest of them, not so much. 3 blue, 1 brown is nice. Yes, I love 3 blue, 1 brown. So good. So good. Okay, so I think it's late and I have work tomorrow. I need to wake up at 6 a.m. You know what that means? You know what that means? It is unfortunately time to go to bed. It's time to sleep. Yeah, we're gonna raid. We're gonna go raid our Mantis since I've been hyping him up. We're gonna raid our Mantis since I've been hyping him up. Hello, Cockcom, welcome in, welcome in. Before you go to bed, I want to quickly mention something. Okay. Might just be me, but I feel like the knowledge of oceans, marine ecosystems, and marine activities is lacking in the general public, especially now in Europe, where the focus is on the blue economy is becoming more and more discussed. Is there anyone other than me interested in such issues? I mean, I'm interested. I think that's super interesting. But I don't know much about it, and I don't really know where I would start. But that being said, I might know somebody who might know somebody. So, yeah. Who knows? There is I have seen, actually, you know what, I'm gonna do one more shout out. Wait, let me just make sure I'm getting the username right. Okay, I am getting the username right. I'm gonna do one more shout out. Okay, so my beloved mutual Pasika is planning to put together at least from what I've seen on like Blue Sky and Twitter, is planning to put together like a group of VTubers that do ecology stuff. So if you know somebody who does ecology related stuff, send them to Pasika. And also, if you don't already follow Pasika, what are you doing? You should be. They do really, really good content, amazing content about like primatology and sometimes also anthropology. 10 out of 10, highly recommend. Absolutely criminal that Pasika only has like 100 followers or something. Absolute travesty. highly recommend. Please go follow Pasika. I wish I could raid into them more, but like our schedules don't seem to align very much. But yes, highly recommend. Maybe I need to get into VTubing myself. Maybe you should. We always want more educational streamers, you know? We always want. Okay. Oh, your character gives me Major Adventure Time vibes, and I think that's really sweet. It's super nostalgic for me, and I really love the design. Thank you. It is indeed an Adventure Time themed model. There you go. I'll bring it up one more time. There you go. It's an Adventure Time themed model. It's like that on purpose. I absolutely love Adventure Time. Here's a fun fact. Adventure Time was like really, really censored in the UK. So like I've not seen big chunks of Adventure Time. Like the core like episodes important for the series progression. I've just not seen them because they never aired here. But the things that I have seen, which is basically up until like season 5, I think, 10 out of 10. Absolutely love it. It's also such a psychological series. There's so much psychology in it. It's brilliant. They censored it. Yeah, it was like a whole thing. Like they didn't want violence on kids' TV shows. So yeah. Yeah. And also like something like, you know, certain themes, they'd be like, no, not appropriate for children. They've got very strict like child TV censorship laws in the UK. Also adult censorship laws, to be honest. Like you're not allowed to swear in programs until like 10 p.m. or something. Yeah. But yes, we should be going to bed. Yes, very much so. Very much so. I should indeed be going to bed. Thank you for the reminder. I got simultaneous reminder from you and also from Hosmod. So thank you for that. But yes, there are the raid messages. The first one is for subscribers. The second one is for everybody. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Adventure Time is so lighthearted. It's the perfect piecemeal. I like picking random episodes without context. It's so good for that in the earlier seasons. In the later seasons, it does actually have a pretty like thick plot to it. But yeah, I haven't seen big chunks of the later seasons because it just didn't air. Also because I was at uni and I couldn't watch it on Cartoon Network anymore because I stopped babysitting. But yeah, we're gonna go and raid our Mantis today. We're gonna go raid our Mantis. He is doing calligraphy. Very cool. I love his calligraphy streams. I'm not gonna lie, I'm just gonna go like straight to bed. So I think the raid would mean that we get to choose what the message is. You all can choose what the message is for me. I'm gonna fall asleep. Try and think of like a funny Adventure Time quote or something. That might be fun. That might be fun. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. I don't know when the next stream's going to be. I stream on a guerrilla schedule. Also, thank you for the follow, Cockgum. Thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. I'm still on a guerrilla schedule. I don't know when I'm going to be streaming next. We just vibe, you know. We stream when we feel like it here. That's just how we do it. So yeah, keep an eye out on notifications and stuff, I guess. My yes, we have that actually. Oh, we have that as a sound alert. So we should absolutely make the thing my beans. Okay, like I will probably just raid and run. No, I will definitely just raid and run. So please tell our Mantis that you that you want the message to be my beans. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah, I don't know when the next stream will be. It could be tomorrow, who knows? Or it could be at the weekend, who knows? Or it could be anything in between. Who knows? I don't know. I don't plan things in advance. I just turn up and press start stream and then decide what I'm doing in the 8 minutes before I start. So, yeah. Thank you all so much for joining me. I really, really appreciate it. As always, it's always really, really lovely hanging out with you all. And yeah, I will see you next time. Thank you so much, everybody. Bye. Bye.